Hello all, Havoc here. So in our last episode we were going over which ship we're going to be possibly going with. It's going to be the Titan, the Anubis, or a craft of our own. Um, we're going to hold off a little bit longer, uh, like you guys decide. But in the meantime I want to continue to work on this core part because I do want to use this in future builds going forward. So I want to have it er, let go. So I want to have this for future builds going forward. So that way we have something to start with. A little bit easier. So I do need to get rid of all of this though. So the idea is that, as I was talking about in the last video, that we have something to base our builds on quicker, more of a better foundation to start from. There we go. Really wish we could use mirroring in this build mode because these two sides are slightly off from one another. Oh, that's right, because I updated this side in the last video. Be why. Something tells me that's not where that belongs. Or leave it there for now. So we need to come forward 2 blocks on each. I think that's what it is. Yeah. And change our color up. So the reason I'm using, oh man, congested this morning, conveyor blocks instead of tubes is that way it's more versatile at any point to connect to. And let's see, we have connection here, here, here. So we could literally take this and mirror it upside down, and it would be the same kind of thing as what we were talking about in our last episode. I'm really liking the idea of turning them inward. Like this. Do that and then place another one just like that over here. Alright, let's see if we can turn all the bobs off and mess around with the blueprint. And there's some on here, so we gotta turn these off also. There we go. Oh, they already were off, okay. Well, yeah, let's try something. Remote access. Alright, so we can only do that with, we might want to do that to all of them, put a remote block on it just for purposes just like this. Figures these guys would come in right as, we'll leave, we want to move this guy. I don't want to get shot at. Oh, it's got shields. I didn't even think about that part. But in either case, we'll let these guys come in so Bob can help clean up. And we'll turn off all the rest of the bobs after. That's so awesome. That gravity field does not seem to be doing... Oh, wait. Wait. I stand corrected. It's doing exactly what we want it to do. Outstanding. Outstanding. Let's see, control panel. Did we already turn these bobs off? I think we did. Yeah. Okay, so that makes me feel better because I've been thinking about it's like, oh, we need to turn this off, we need to turn this off, and well, that's cool. It does exactly what I was hoping it would. Just kind of reins in the debris and brings it in, and might want to put a couple of them out now. Wow, alright. Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to go put this guy back. I forgot he had shields on him already. He's not going to be able to take too much of a hit, but still. Let's get some distance, flip it around. Flip it around again. And there we go. Okay. That should do right there. Okay, so now, how do I want to do this? Do I want a blueprint from there? All over there? No, it's a pain. Let's do it right here. Blueprint projector. Or should we do it right off that craft? Let's do it right here. You need steel plates. Of course I do. I don't need this. I'm going to turn Bob's on for a minute here. Wrong button. Actually, thanks, Bob. All right. All right. And I placed this wrong, of course. I think that's the front and that's the top. We'll figure it out. Alright, Custom blueprint, no, data. Core Mark 1. Okay, so we go back in. Let's see. Want it like that? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so now we just need to come forward. A couple blocks. Alright, there. Alright, so let's climb out, take a look. I think we're going to want to go about probably 5 or 6 blocks wider. That's not too bad right there. Still I think like two more blocks. No. Oh, okay, it's relative to us. Oh, that's a good thing. Ugh. Pitch down, forward, and down. Okay. Inventory, control panel, projector. Okay, it's at 9. Let's go to 12. Okay, so that is a decent amount of space. I mean, we could put a decent sized craft in here. We can do some massive stuff. Alright, so let's go for this. Let's check how many blocks are in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And music is so dramatic and loud. And then not. What the hell was that about, Keen? That was fun. Music was like all dramatic, and they're like, oh wait, he's not doing anything about the meteor storm. He must not be concerned. Okay, let's recount that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That puts it at an even number. We have to go one more block. So we're at 12, we'll take it to 13. Tory, control panel, projector. Figures that you could type in there. Alright, so that'll give us an odd number, so we'll have a center of the craft to be able to build off of. Come on. Alright, so I think what I want to do, I don't want this stuff here. I didn't realize that was part of the blueprint. We could put, we could land the, we could move the ship. Take a drink of my coffee here, hold on. Space coffee, yum. Alright, we can move the ship and put that part of it inside of this deck, and we'll be able to build it. So I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, let's spin our camera around. Okay, let's make the camera relative to our actual position. There we go, just like that. Alright. So now let's go turn some bobs on and see what happens. Control panel, builder. All the bobs. Go to work, guys. So this this is exactly what I was talking about, how having this main structure pre-built, because I mean we're going to use all these components on a lot of large vessels. We might use them in slightly different configurations, but it's not going to be hard to modify them. There's a few more things we could add to this basic core structure, such as batteries, jump drives, stuff like that. But like in this instance, I'd put jump drives internal to even this. Let's say like a couple jump drives would go here. Actually, I'd probably put them up here because we have the spacing already. Oh, this is going great. And things like gravity generators and stuff like that, they're two directional. So I'd want to place stuff like that after we get it completed. So let's go ahead and fly in a little bit closer to make sure all the bobs can hit. Oh wait, I don't know if I want to do that. Got to be careful not to raise that other part out, because otherwise I'll tear it off. I really don't want to do that. Excuse me. Oh yeah, there we go. Exiled engineer. And it looks like it's done. Fantastic. Get some uranium on board, and we'll have 4 large reactors on this craft. We need to put something other than just that in place, so I'm going to do something, I don't know, let's say right about here. Ooh. Thanks for the steel plates, guys. Oh, private sale. I was like, oh my gosh, that engineer's coming for us. Got a little worried there. Alright. I don't want this becoming two separate crafts, like having one of those kamikazes coming through and tear through that conveyor system. And all of a sudden we're two ships. Alright, so that's good. I think we can go ahead and turn off the projector now. Where are you? It doesn't have its own button. It really should. Whoa. And worrying about other craft damaging it, and we're going to do it ourselves. Alright, so climb out real quick. I don't even know if that's the middle. I know it's not facing the right direction. Oi, come on, Havoc. Whoa, I did get the middle. Alright. Purely accidental, but... Alright, so obviously, like I was saying before, is there's not enough engines for the size craft. But, well, basically, look at that. I mean, we'd almost be able to park VOD inside. And we could even make this bigger yet again by just stacking what we have. We could literally blueprint this whole thing and stack it up again one more higher, and then we'd have this massive cargo bay internal. So I talked about in I think 3 episodes ago, about I know where I want to go. We just need to figure out how we're going to get there. So the next step I want to do is I want to build a space station. And this is a kind of methodology that I want to use for building the said space station. Is getting a part, getting it built, and then blueprinting it and adding it on multiple times to get the structure built relatively well, relatively quickly. So we're stepping our game up every time we relocate. Over there we had a very simple lunar orbit base that we could respawn at if we had to. There's a lot going on the planet. It was still simple in my opinion, but we still had a lot going on. We have yet to hit Mars for anything. I'm thinking somewhere over there so we can get a lot of ice. Maybe shuttle that stuff up here. But then we also have the alien planet and its moon. I think I've only been to the alien planet in this game twice. I think, maybe. Never to its moon. So, our relation to where we are between Mars's moon and us is what I want to do over there, but I want to build a space station there. So I really want to step our game up. And hopefully by that time we can start... wow, you're really flying closer, buddy. When we get there, I'd like to be able to... Where'd it go? There it is. Establish a base on the moon, the planet, and the space station all within line of each other. That's kind of the goal, what we are going to do here. But I'd actually want them to be in a straight line. So I guess from there, see, I can't even draw a straight line that way. There we go. So we'd have a space station like right about there. The other part of that is with being a space station is we have this rock to protect us from one direction. And we're going to open ourselves up to be hit from all directions. And at which point I'm also going to turn meteors up. So that's going to happen too. Is we're going to have, what is it, cataclysmic or whatever it is. We're going to turn that on. We're going to bring the Talon, our new craft. I don't know if it's going to be this guy or the Anubis or the Titan. I think we're going to leave Vod here. I'm not sure. We're bringing most of our supplies with us. Probably, I'm going to say roughly 50% of our supplies are coming with us. So I want to shoot that guy, but I also want to have to go clean up the debris. Speaking of debris, look at that cloud right there. Or, oh, that's an asteroid. That's not a debris. Never mind. But, so, yeah, that's kind of where I want to go. But, like I said in the comments, were that, you know, we need to choose the next step. And choosing the next step is the Titan or the Anubis. So if I don't hear from you guys within the next episode or two, we're going to go ahead and just pick one and go forward with it. I appreciate you being along for the ride for today. It's been a lot of fun. This is really cool seeing this idea come together. I didn't play with projector blocks a lot, so it's kind of cool to be able to do this kind of stuff. But see, like I just had an idea for engines. Let's see, let's go here. Remember we talked about in the last episode is turrets will be out here. Are we out of range? No, so we're right next to them. Turrets will be out here. We're going to put a block there to place a turret because the blocks are going to be placed on the same level as that. And then where are we relative to, there we go. There we go. Alright. So we talked about having that layer, that gap between the actual structure of our ship and our outer hull. Provides some passive armor by having an air gap. If we have a continuous gap in between, or no gap in between, the block below takes direct damage. Sometimes from this block here. So if we're going to have this air gap between our hull and the inner structure of our ship, we could put engines inside here, knowing that if they do get damaged, we have these guys in here as kind of like a life support or emergency backup. These are going to work along with these guys, but we know if these take damage from us crashing into something or taking a direct hit from one of energy weapons or something, if we leave these engines, we know internal on our ship, buried in, we have enough to get away. So that would definitely, I mean, because how many of these could I put along this space right here? That'd be a ton of engines, and it would give this thing the acceleration it would need no matter how big it is, because as bigger we make it, the more we stuff in. So, pretty cool stuff. Stuff in, stuff and things. Alright, cool. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. It's a lot of fun doing this kind of stuff and bringing you guys along for the ride as I learn new things. This is Havoc. Don't forget to leave a comment below on the craft that we're going to be going with in the future. Titan, Anubis, or something else that you guys found on the workshop maybe. This is Havoc. How rude. She interrupts me all the time. This is Havoc. Have fun and keep gaming.